We are in Whittier, Alaska. I am a teacher here. You know, Whittier is different than, say, working in the traditional bush community in that, you know, we are on the road and we're fairly, you know, we're a tourist town in the summer, but it's, yes, we all live in the same building, and it does sound strange, but essentially it's a condo association, and it's, you know, you get really cozy with your neighbors. What floor do you guys need? See you later, Nathan. Have a good night. We have everything we need, really. There's a post office downstairs. There's a grocery store downstairs. There's a little video store that if you want to rent videos or movies, you can go and call her and she'll come over. City offices are downstairs as well, so all the city managers and everything and the mayor work down there. So you don't have to leave if you don't need to. I think in a larger community, you know, you go to school, you travel there, and not in Whittier. You know, you just got to walk over, and it takes 5 minutes, if that. You know, depending on the elevator, of course. There have been times where we've had to say our school day starts at 8:45. If we open the school doors at 8 in the morning, if we open the school doors at 6 in the morning, the minute the light's on at the school, they would be there. I think the proximity of the building where we all live to the school, it's a very seamless relationship. They don't separate that it's school and home. It's just one place to them. I'm your neighbor. We all live in the same building, right?
Yeah. I live 2 floors under you.
I have been with the same students for 4 years now. So I have literally had some of them since they were in 1st grade, and now they're in 4th, and it's like a family. You know, I don't have discipline issues. I don't have classroom management issues, because they know me. It's like coming to school with mom. They call me mom half the time anyway. My first year or two, I had such a hard time separating that I was a teacher and knowing sometimes what was happening in some students' lives. But I've always had the rule that no matter what time of the day, what time of the night, if a student knocks at my door, I will always answer it. You are always welcome. They know that. I've always been a teacher, and in a previous life, I've been a fitness instructor. And my first few years here, my fitness was always my thing, and it was just kind of a very private thing that I did. I would go to the school gym on Sundays or wait until everybody left and work out on my own. And I had a lot of community members asking me to teach classes. Last year, I was convinced by just enough people asking that I decided to try it. And it has gone really well, and it's really well received. It's hard to stay healthy in a town like this. Our weather is really challenging. We don't have a fitness center or a gym other than the school. The school does have a full-size gym and then a weight room that's available during school hours. But beyond that, you know, between the extreme winds and the rain and the snow, that challenges a lot of people. And so I think that it just becomes a normal thing to not move and to not be healthy. And the weather is always a great excuse. And plus we don't have to leave this building if we don't want to. So a lot of people don't. You know, why would you? You know, the tunnel creates its own sort of isolation in that it closes every night at 10:30. So if we want to go to dinner in Anchorage, we can't usually go and do that on a school night because oftentimes, and I've had this happen more than once, you go to a movie and you just crossing your fingers that it's gonna get out by 9:30 because you have to make the 10:30 tunnel, and it takes an hour to get down here from Anchorage. And if you don't make the 10:30 tunnel, then you're sleeping in your car, which happens a lot. It would be silly to say that you live a lonely life living in the building, because I have friends and neighbors and students and coworkers that are right down the hall. If you're having a bad day, if you're having a day where you think, gosh, I haven't talked to another human being for a while, you can just walk down the hall, or you can get in the elevator. What people say when they visit Whittier, well, first they all go, oh, you all live in that same building. Isn't that strange? And, I think what people don't realize is that it's just like an apartment building, or it's just like a high-rise condo in a large city. So for me, it's not that strange. That's where I grew up. I grew up in a big city. Everybody lived in an apartment building, but not the entire town.